reeling after Trump obliterated 7 huge government programs. Democrats are raging over Donald Trump's proposition of the budget plan. President's proposal is expected to reduce unnecessary and lavish government spending and get control over the U.S. debt for the next 10 years. It also involves cutting taxes and repealing the bloated government programs. But apparently, the problems in the government were way larger than any of us assumed. According to Trump administration, the government has wasted a fortune on terrible programs. Which is more, the ex-government has not stopped funding projects which have been expired. The Daily Wire reported. Mick Mulvaney, the director of the Office of Management and Budget, announced that the Trump administration has discovered approximately $300 billion in federal spending in programs that have expired. This unauthorized spending has a real impact on balancing the budget. The Trump administration has not yet announced a full list of the programs that are unauthorized, but a quick review of the 2018 budget found 11 programs that Trump is terminating because Congress has not renewed the program in some time. Below are some of the expired programs and agencies and the amounts they've spent in recent years. Department of Commerce, Economic Development Administration, $251 million. Department of Commerce, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration Grants and Education, $217 million. Department of Health and Human Services, Community Services Block Grant, $714 million. Department of Homeland Security, Port Security Grants and Transit Security Assistance, approximately $218 million. Department of Housing and Urban Development, Choice Neighborhoods, $125 million. Department of Housing and Urban Development, Choice Neighborhoods, this program has spent approximately $150 billion since 1974, without any measurable impact. Department of Housing and Urban Development, Indian Community Development Block Grant, $60 million. The list goes on and on. All of these programs have expired, with Congress refusing to renew them. Yet cash was still flowing into them, with everyone looking the other way. Many of these programs have not been proven to even be effective. We would be happy to hear your thoughts and predictions. Leno put his career at great risk as he exposed President Trump. Everyone is well aware of what is happening with President Donald Trump and the leftists. There is no end to the scandals as the leftists are doing whatever it takes to get the Trumps down. But, things took a turn as Leno stepped in to defend the president. He put his whole career at great risk with his latest comments. Via We the Proud Patriots. Leno is tired of the liberal nonsense. He can't stand the anti-Trump resistance, and let's be honest, liberals have already crossed the red line. Leno says that the Trump bashing should be brought to an end. He said that if he was still a late-night host, liberals won't have that many opportunities to mock the president. In a recent interview, Leno said that if he were still a late-night host, there would be less Trump bashing. I enjoy bringing people together. If mocking the president is a constant thing on a nightly basis, eventually you're all doing the same joke, Leno said. According to the former late-night hosts, comedians are recycling the same joke over and over again. We can't do anything but agree with him. Most hosts are just trying to gain more popularity. They don't know that criticizing the president isn't the right way to do things. Liberal reporters are only interested in generating propaganda. The fun times are gone, and comedians consider themselves experts in politics. We know that politicians are comedians' favorite topic, but things have gone too far this time. President Trump is treated like no other president before. His family doesn't deserve such treatments, and we can only hope that liberals learn their lesson. President Donald Trump is doing everything he can to save this country, and help people who live in it. He made some great campaign promises, and we can see him working on it. Unfortunately, liberals will never approve his plans. President Trump is the best president America has ever seen. Trump for so long is proving how he is the real man to lead this nation. These anti-Trump attacks need to end. A lot of people agree with Leno because he is right. President Trump and his family deserve respect more than anything. We would be happy to hear your thoughts and predictions. While on an insane interview, Eric Trump simply lost it. He asked the one thing everyone wants to hear answered. Eric Trump appeared on Hannity Monday night with an intense argument for lawmakers to cooperate with Donald Trump rather than to continuously oppose everything he makes. On the interview, he addressed one important question to all of the liberals and some Republicans which do not cooperate with him. How much weight does he have to carry by himself? My father has the voice of this country, the people of this country love him. Why wouldn't they get in line? It doesn't make sense. President Trump is close to all of his children, so Eric is witnessing firsthand the difficulties and frustrations his father is going through as he tries to govern the country with resistant legislators. Trump also attacked the mainstream media, saying they have really gone to shambles. He continued. They would rather focus on Russia. They would rather focus on these nonsense stories than real news that people care about. It's a sad thing for democracy, it's a sad thing for the morality of the country. It's really a race to the bottom with the media these days. What Eric Trump said is 100% on point. While Donald Trump works for the greater good, the liberals, the media, and even people from his own party are opposing him. We would be happy to hear your thoughts and predictions. Sarah Palin makes very tragic announcement, supporters devastated. Former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin has apparently given up on her son Track Palin, because he proceeds awful custody war with the mother of his newborn child. As Radar Online stated, Track Palin's, 27 years old, violent behavior was scaring everyone in his life. He's hot-headed, he's out of control and he has anger issues, said Matthew Loewe, embarrassed father of Track's baby mother Jordan. Matthew added, he's thrown stuff at Jordan, thrown rocks at Jordan, he's even thrown stuff at her when she was holding their baby. Jordan, a mother of his child, reported him to police a year ago, after he slammed her in the face, in Wasilla at his parents' home. He even supposedly warned that he will shoot himself with a rifle. Jordan's father Matthew also said that things after that became a lot worse with Track. He even threatened his family after they tried to calm him down. As Matthew said, Track hates his father Todd. Jordan and Track had an argument one night that it got so out of control she called. And they both came over. He threatened to beat up his dad, saying, "Come on old man, you're full of metal now." Matthew then continued saying that Track's parents warned Jordan to run away from their son after they heard she was pregnant with him. Matthew revealed, before Jordan got pregnant, Todd told her, "I'd run if I were you." He also said that family Palins gave up from their son Track Palin. "From what Jordan has told me, Todd and Sarah, they don't help him with ST, he said. He threatened to beat his dad up. Do you think they'd help him? Please pray for Sarah Palin as she deals with these difficult family issues." Sarah Palin makes massive prediction about President Trump. Sarah Palin ripped into Paul Ryan and his RhinoCare plan and warned Ryan President Trump will fix the mess he has created. Palin spoke to Breitbart News on its Sirius XM 125 Patriot channel Saturday. "I do want to speak about this, but I am tempted to say not another word from our fearless leaders about this new form of Obamacare that I'm going to call RhinoCare, not another word from them until we are definitively told that there is no provision whatsoever allowing Congress to exempt itself whatsoever with this law," Palin said. As with anything else mandated by Congress, every single dotted I and crossed T better apply to them, too, and not just the people who they are lording this thing over, because remember, this is government-controlled health care, the system that requires enrollment in an unaffordable, unsustainable, unwanted, unconstitutional continuation of government-run medicine, and even in this new quasi-reformed proposal, there is still an aspect of socialism. That's the whole premise here. Speaking on the individual mandate that Ryan's plan keep but inexplicably let insurance companies collect penalties, Palin said. This 30% additional fee will be collected by some in the private sector, which will mean politicians are allowed again to pick the winners and losers, and it makes you wonder who's lobbying hardest for aspects of this new bill, because obviously there are special interests involved. Otherwise, certain private sector segments of our economy wouldn't be rewarded as they will be with this fee, instead of going to the IRS going to private companies, Palin said. Palin continued, "It would be really helpful if every single one of these politicians would do like the NASCAR drivers do, and it's been said before, but let them wear their sponsors plastered all over their three-piece suits when they show up so we know what side they're on and who they're actually doing their bidding for." Palin took Paul Ryan to task for not releasing which lobbyists helped him write the bill before making a prediction about President Trump. "He will step in and fix it," Palin said. "I have great faith that President Trump is one who will fulfill campaign promises. He already has a track record of doing so well in these first months. I'm just really proud to have been part of the constituency that wanted him in there and worked hard to get him in there. So, yeah. I'm sure that President Trump is going to do the right thing and listen to all sides, of course, but understand, especially, that as a businessman, he's going to understand whether this makes sense in his vision of how to grow businesses and how to get government off our back and back on our side." HT World's Politics. How will we create a smaller, smarter government with a proposal like this that basically allows for the continuation of a growth of government? That's what any aspect of Obamacare or Rhinocare does. So asking President Trump specifically about how running a business, not the Wall Street business, but mom-and-pop Main Street business, how does Rhinocare help their business get to grow and drive and survive in this economy?